Welcome to this deep dive into the Dustwing archives of Tahala. I'm your host, and our mission today is constructing an audio dossier on a really unusual historical figure.
A highly dangerous one, too. I'm the resident archivist here, and we're looking at Corvus Nightshade, though the records usually just call him Raven.
Raven, right. So to set the stage for you listening, if we look at the historical landscape of entries 4 and 5, the Golden Lion regime had this complete stranglehold on the city.
Just absolute unyielding order.
Exactly. And then Raven just surfaces in the documentation.
Bringing a localized hurricane of unfiltered chaos right into the heart of their lockdown. It's really something to read.
And the contrast, it isn't just tactical, is it? It's entirely physical.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the regime soldiers are documented as being strictly uniformed. Very predictable.
Oh, identical, basically.
Right. But Raven is this visceral anomaly in the historical record. The observer logs detail a human whose physiology has just been heavily warped by arcane exposure.
Yeah, they describe him as 6'2" and extremely gaunt.
With these pale gray, almost colorless eyes.
And the heavy dark circles.
Mm-hmm.
But what really gets me are the medical notations about his skin.
Right, the sallow skin. And his veins actually pulse black with raw energy.
It paints this grim picture of internal rot trying to escape.
Definitely. The archives note his unwashed black hair is constantly tangling and literally crackling with static.
Like he's perpetually shedding arcane energy.
Yes. And he's described wearing layers of salt-stained dark coats. He's got these restless, ink-stained fingers and a Riven skull talisman around his neck.
So it's the profile of a man who is simultaneously decaying and bursting with manic, nervous energy.
But here's where it gets interesting. The psychological profile highlights a strange contradiction.
The vanity.
Exactly. Alongside that manic curiosity, interrogators noted an unexpected vanity. He seemingly cares how this decay presents itself to the world.
Which makes you wonder, is he curating an aesthetic of death, or is he just struggling to maintain his humanity?
While the magic ravages his body.
Right. And that contradiction makes that one intercepted quote from his record so chilling, where he says, "Death is patient."
I have learned to make it wait longer.
Yeah.
Which really raises the question, is he actually making death wait, or is he simply acting as its host?
Wow. Yeah, because the historical context shows this wasn't some studied arcane pursuit.
No, not like the scholars of his era. 3 generations prior, his bloodline defaulted on a severe debt to a necromancer.
Resulting in this dormant bloodline curse.
That violently activated when Raven turned 16.
So he didn't choose this power. It acts more like a terminal infection.
And the chroniclers refer to it as wild magic.
Inherently unstable.
And highly destructive, which makes him an incredible liability on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
The combat logs from that era are just pure chaos.
Because rather than holding standard infantry lines, he just bypasses them entirely.
By taking to the sky on a magically enchanted broom.
Ascend. I think that was the activation phrase they captured in the logs.
That's the one. And from that aerial vantage point, he launches devastating explosive fireballs downward. Indiscriminate destruction.
But he's not just raining fire for the thrill of it, though.
No. The records indicate a singular drive. He claims to be following visions from an entity called the Raven Queen.
Actively hunting the specific necromancer who cursed his family.
Right, to break the bloodline hex.
Which brings us to his arrival. The Golden Lion had just initiated their brutal citywide lockdown.
Complete martial law was in effect.
And right at that moment, outside the One-Eyed Cat Inn in the pouring rain, Raven officially aligns with a crew of fugitives.
Think about that context for a second. You have an organized military force sweeping the streets. Stealth is absolutely paramount for survival.
And this group chooses to ally with a man who is actively crackling with explosive energy.
A walking beacon of unpredictability.
It's a massive tactical gamble. He's the exact antithesis of the regime.
They demand rigid compliance.
Yeah.
And he is a conduit for absolute untamed disorder.
But maybe for fugitives trapped in a lockdown, weaponizing that disorder was their only viable countermeasure.
Against absolute authority, exactly.
So distilling Raven down, we are looking at a doomed wayfarer, someone who took his family's affliction and wielded his own unraveling as a weapon against a fascist state.
And as we close this dossier, that leaves a significant question hovering over the rest of these archives for you to consider.
When someone is fueled entirely by a curse of volatile, untamed magic,
does wielding that power eventually forge the strength needed to break the bloodline curse?
or does all that unchecked chaos eventually just break the man?